From Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Bomb, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. This is episode number 560, brought to you by the Jew that leads the crew. I am back in the host chair on a Monday, which is odd because that's not normal, but that's where we're at right now. The ghost in the room is coming over to do something there. I don't know what he just did, but hit the buttons. Monkey threw me off on my intro, so that was really cool. But let me quickly introduce my other host, not Ricky the Dragon Steamboat for those of you watching on YouTube, but it is Bionic Biased Brian. What's up, buddy?
Oh, you know,
lots of bees there.
This is episode 560, by the way.
560.
560. Yeah, I'm doing well, man. How are you?
You know, it was a long weekend. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of stuff that happened. We of course missed a Saturday Dynamite. Is that what they're calling it, or they're just calling it Saturday?
Saturday Night Dynamite is what they called it.
Okay, that's a lot. Sounds like an Elton John song. Saturday Night Dynamite. Yes. We're gonna talk about real quick. Get some of that out of the way. We're also going to talk about Takeover 30. We're also going to talk about what was the other one? SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Forgettable.
You never saw it coming.
Yeah, and forgot about it. I couldn't even remember the name of it here a day later. And we're going to then cover a little bit of Raw. And guess what? We're going to have to do a go-home show prediction edition of Payback that has 4 matches.
Oh, that's right. Another pay-per-view. Hell yeah.
Right. Why not?
So
let's start with the AEW. Couple sloppy tag matches, Brian. But the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Cody is no longer champ, and he lost in a squash.
Yeah, he lost in a complete squash. Mr. Brody Lee is the new champ, of course. But one of my big questions, too, was when he smacked Cody with the belt in the bag, did it explode on contact, or was it already broken beforehand? That's like the burning question.
It had to be broken beforehand, as much as it was broken. If it broke in like 3 pieces, okay. But that thing looks like it had been dissected with pliers or picked apart. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but no, I mean it was a cool episode. But I do agree with you on the Lucha Bros, that tag match, and I hate saying it, but that one to me was just kind of just a big car crash.
And I don't want to gloss over anything real quick, but also the big friggin' hug at the end.
Yeah,
hey, you guys are like deadly luchadors.
Kingston.
And you're Butcher and Blade. Let's have a best friends hug like we're Jurassic Express and the best friends. Like
yeah, it was a little weird. It was a little weird.
Petty?
I will admit.
I mean, for badasses. If this was the best friends in Jurassic Express, I have no problem. And actually, I have no problem with the heels. Like Inner Circle could do this. But having the speech that Eddie Kingston gives, and then 5 dudes hugging.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, it looks like I disappeared on the screen, by the way. I don't know if Greg pressed a button over there or something.
You've disappeared?
Yeah, it looks like I'm just like white. I'm a white box. I'm a big white box. That's what I am. Either way.
That's great. So now they just they're stuck looking at me.
Yeah, that's okay. You and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Steamboat.
I almost said streamboat. That's not right.
I don't know how to fix it, so we'll just hope that the ghost in the machine fixes it as we go. But anyway, ding dong, the witch is dead. Cody got beat, and the icing on the cake, and I thought it was well done, is Anna Jay stepping out and choking Brandy out. I liked that at the end. I thought that was good.
Yes. And I was a little disappointed. She wasn't wearing the first time we saw her out with the Dark Order. She had that little mask over her eyes, so it wasn't like a full-on Dark Order mask. It was just like a Catwoman mask or something like that. I don't know. I don't watch those.
I liked it better when she looked like Zatanna from the DC universe.
Who's that? Katana from Mortal Kombat?
Zatanna.
I don't know who that is.
Of course you don't. You're not a nerd.
You'll have to send me a picture. I don't know.
You're a wrestling nerd. You're not a comic nerd like me.
Very true.
So let's go on to Takeover 30. I'm just going to start here, Brian. The first one we see, the match of the night, is Adam Cole and Pat McAfee. To quote Bianca Belair, he don't even go here. So, and he's match of the night to me. I mean, am I wrong? There was 4 matches here, but I thought that was match of the night.
Yeah, the ladder match wasn't bad. It definitely wasn't bad, and I'm very surprised at the winner of it too. Damian Priest taking that one. I really thought it was going to be Cameron Grimes, but also he had Bronson Reed. That was kind of his coming out party too. Of course, he had the fucking Bam Bam Bigelow throwback on there, so that was another awesome little thing. But also the Finn Balor and Timothy Thatcher match, that wasn't bad. It just had no real story behind it, It
was thrown together. Rob made a really good argument on Wednesday about it, and it shouldn't have been thrown in there. It should have been Mercedes and Rhea, especially if Rhea seems already moving on to Raquel Gonzalez right away. Real quickly, I forgot to introduce our YouTube live chat board. We've got Daniel Price, Sealer Stout, Soji, Anaconda, Vice. I saw Estrada, Perfect 11. More to come, I'm sure, as we get going.
They're filing in the thousands and thousands.
Thousands, the millions. My big gripe here is Karrion Kross. We're going to cover this now, Brian. I don't give a shit that Keith Lee got called up. Okay, that's not the point. You build him as a double champion, the first ever in NXT history, and he lays the North American down. Okay, I'm fine with that. No issue so far. You've now even tonight advertised that Tommaso Ciampa's coming back on Wednesday, and yet Karrion Kross is now your champ, and you've repackaged Keith Lee by taking his toughness factor away, getting rid of the beard, putting a shirt on him, and what looks like Umbros crossed with Samoa Joe's shorts.
Yep.
And you gave him Heart Foundation colors, and his debut doesn't even end clean. In either way.
They changed his music a little bit too, right?
Yep. His music's different.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not what we're used to.
I mean, and like Daniel Price, I like Cross and all, but good God on the board. I have no shade on Cross. I just think they booked themselves into a fucking corner, and they thought we all would just accept it because Keith Lee is called up. They even advertised it last night to try and get us involved here.
Yeah, and we also haven't even mentioned that Karrion Kross is potentially, his shoulder is banged up. I don't know how long he's going to be out for, but apparently he went and got an MRI. I haven't seen the results on it yet.
Yeah, separated shoulder is what the board's confirming too, Brian.
Separated shoulder? Yeah, I mean, it definitely looked like you could see when he took that suplex no, he didn't take the suplex. When he gave the suplex to Keith Lee at the end, you could tell immediately that something was up. He didn't really sell it when he was holding the belt at the end, of course, but you hate to see it because now, I mean, Keith Lee, like now he's gone. So now what the fuck is going to happen with the championship belt?
And he never even defended it. His NXT title run was between takeovers. And actually, no, it wasn't even between takeovers. He won it like a month ago on just a Wednesday night. What did they call it? They did their fake pay-per-view to go along with Fyter Fest.
What was it?
It wasn't In Your House. They had some name. I don't know.
It was like an old throwback one, wasn't it?
Right.
It was like it wasn't Bash at the Beach. Was it Bash? No.
I don't know.
The fuck was it? I don't remember.
Somebody on the board will tell us in a minute.
Yeah.
Cross would have been fine if Cole had never lost the belt. If it was Cole beating Cross, I'd be 100% okay with it, Estrada says. Okay. And now let's talk about the Keith Lee debut real quick. I'm going to bounce all the fucking way around tonight. This is...
Sure. No, that's okay.
Real quickly, the board's been asking where Rob is. I'm filling in tonight as the host. It's just me and Brian. Brian's disappeared again, apparently.
Yeah, I'm the white box.
Sorry, white box. You're stuck
Great
looking
white
at
box.
me with my bags under my eyes of having 2 children that just wear me
Great
out.
American Bash. That's what it was.
Great American Bash. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
So, Keith Lee, to me, and this is how I would have booked it, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
He could have shown up. He pinned Seth Rollins clean at Survivor Series.
Yep.
Back when he was red fucking hot. He should have pinned Roman, but he didn't. He pinned Seth Rollins. It seems like Keith Lee should have come out, cut a promo, said, hey, Seth, in the back, this is my debut night. I'd love to get it. I'd love to be able to pin you again here tonight as my debut.
Right.
Set up something good.
I mean, Seth has his hands full with Dominic and
yeah. Why the fuck
Papa
is
Ray.
that continuing?
Yeah, I don't know, but
we'll
I'm
get
with
to
you
there
on
on that. I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to talk about Keith Lee and now setting up with Orton. While Orton is still very much involved with Drew.
Oh yeah.
Now Keith Lee and Drew are friends. Were they even fucking on NXT together? I thought Drew was called up before Keith debuted.
No, they were there. They were there together.
It was brief. You can't tell me
definitely
it was long.
No, yeah, it was brief, but I'm almost certain that they were there together.
This to me is another call up gone wrong.
Oh, absolutely. This is like the quickest one too. I mean, you could say maybe the same thing about the Viking Raiders when they tried to name them the fucking Viking Experience out of nowhere, but this is like we just saw the guy a couple days ago, and now he's got totally new attire, totally new, like just his look is different. They tweaked his music again, which isn't bad. It's just it's not.
And you could tell they wrote his promo.
What's that?
You could tell that they wrote his promo because he wasn't delivering it with any passion.
I don't understand the logic. Like, why would you change something when it was just working for it, like as of a couple days ago, right? I don't get it.
And on the board, Anaconda Vice says Brett the Hitman's nightgown. I think it's more like what Brett would wear to a swingers party, like the robe that he would undo. This thing's a monstrosity, and I'm sorry. I know Keith Lee doesn't have the physique that the other guys do, but he's fine shirtless.
Yeah, and that's what made him. That he wasn't like the biggest. He wasn't like completely cut 300 plus pounder. Like that's what like made us like him, is that he just kind of, even though he's much larger than the average person, he's still like he's there's something about him that's just very I don't know, almost humbling and just relatable kind of.
Yeah. Stike says to me the money match is Lee Roman. Yeah, if they build it right, it'll get there, but I doubt it.
Yes.
Estrada says we booked themselves into a corner again with Lee. Either Orton loses and pumps the brakes on the Legend Killer, or Lee loses again, making him worse. Or it's another run-in interference, and then why? I'm betting run-in interference. Drew's going to return. Soji says, does Adam know Vince wants a Shane to take over Raw so Pritchard can focus? I don't care.
Well, I mean, that's kind of...
Shane was behind Lee's debut. Shane's behind Underground. That's dog shit, too. Anyway.
I know. Yeah, but so now I don't want Shane taking over all of Raw creatively.
I don't know what I want anymore.
Yeah,
I don't even know what I want, but this isn't it. I can tell you that. So before we go into SummerSlam, Rob is not here tonight. He's taking the night off, possibly the week. He unfortunately lost his father yesterday, and he just wants to make sure that we continue to do what we're doing here. But our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family,
definitely,
especially during this mourning period. And, thank you, Rob, for everything that you do here. You take the time off, do what you need to. We'll be here when you get back, and we'll miss you, buddy. And our prayers and thoughts are with you.
Definitely.
Even the spaghetti monster ones.
That's right. I'm praying to him too.
Right. Maybe they'll fix getting your picture back so it's not me, Steamboat, in a white screen. I don't know.
I don't know what's up with that.
Let's go on to SummerSlam. Speaking of Rob, he booked it best, I thought, having Sasha defend and Bayley lose. But that's not what happened. And Sasha, once again, has not defended a title, and this is her 6th. Stike, you're on the board. Check my facts there. But yeah, it
was a good match, at least, you know.
But not one title defense. Not one, Brian, in 6 title reigns.
Mm-hmm. You know, obviously, this is definitely. I mean, we have to assume this is ultimately leading to her getting jealous, right? A jealousy kind of thing with her and Bayley. That's what's going to make the split between the two.
But it should have been the other way around.
Why?
I liked it that Bayley lost, and now Sasha's the queen bee running around. I got 2 belts still, not you. Roles are reversed. Instead, she slinked back in the shadows. We still have this breakup tease storyline. I mean...
Well, if anyone turns, I mean, it's definitely going to be Sasha. I feel like she's the one that has the I don't know. Even though I prefer Sasha
I wouldn't care at this point.
As the heel, I do think that they're still rolling with. I mean, they already turned Bayley. They can't turn back now, right?
The Shane and KO went way too long. Bayley and Sasha are going on 2 years. I think I'm right on
and
that
off
time.
Though. I mean, they've had their history.
She had time off, but as soon as she came back, they were right back tag champs. I mean,
yeah,
they were right back involved with the storyline. Yeah, she had some time off, but it was right back at it. So, I just this is and the Rey Mysterio and the Seth Rollins thing.
What's up?
Seth Rollins made a comment on Twitter that wrestling fans aren't patient enough to see the story evolved. When you give me 3 fucking months, I want you to give me the payoff. I want, if anyone out there is a film buff like me, I want the Usual Suspects ending. I want that fucking payoff. And instead, I'm getting 8mm. That fucking payoff. Okay, those shouldn't even be in the same breath. But that's what's happening in the thriller that WWE of their male soap opera world. I want something where I have to watch that blow off. I have to see it. Oh, and Stike says it was her 5th.
Her 5th, all right.
So, well, and Daniel Price is calling bullshit. He says, I waited 2 years to see Sting finally beat Flair. Okay, did Sting and Flair for that 2 years? Because, I'm not versed in WCW. Did they fight every week? Every single week for 2 years? Were they involved in the same story?
They probably didn't even touch.
Yeah, so, that's different. This is a feud that it doesn't last 2 months. And now we got a fucking pay-per-view next week where we don't even have it fucking booked.
Well, this was his first match, right? So they have to build a pretty long story to kind of get us into it, right? He doesn't have any kind of history in the WWE. I know obviously his father has his whole beef with Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. But
why couldn't they move on? Why couldn't it move on? It could move on.
It could move on. Oh, what, you mean this feud?
Yeah, Dominic and Seth and the Mysterios and the Messiah could have fizzled and ended finally last night. I don't think anyone would have any problem with it.
Yeah, but Dominic needs to get his fucking vengeance for his father. He needs to avenge his father and his eyeball.
Okay. He had his chance. He didn't. That was last night, Brian. What do you want? You want another one? Oh, great.
Yeah, he should get another one.
Would you think he should get retribution?
Hey, I like what you did there.
I know. I'm so clever.
It was a good match, though. We haven't talked about the match itself. I thought it was for as far as a SummerSlam and for a first.
The only thing I wrote down in my notes for the match is there was a 12-2-18. I don't know if you saw that.
12-2-18. What does that mean?
You didn't see the 12-2-18?
What is that? Is it a tattoo? What the fuck are you talking about?
It's a double 619. Get it? I'm so clever tonight with my wordplay.
I was thinking about that, but I couldn't put the 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, math is my thing. So is this finally over with Retribution beating the crap out of the Mysterios? Are they teasing Seth being the head of Retribution? And I counted 3 guys and 3 girls.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think it's over as far as them attacking the Mysterios. Again, the Mysterios now, they're gonna have to get their revenge. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. Avenge. on fucking maybe they'll unmask. Ooh, you know what? Maybe it'll be a mask versus mask. Mysterio's against some members of fucking Retribution, and that's how we find out who's under the hood on the other side.
That's terrible, but it's probably true. Perfect 11 says this doesn't end until Dominic turns on Ray and becomes one of Seth's disciples. What I don't understand, and I think Estrada sent this to me on Twitter, but why did Ray re-sign to just get his ass kicked every fucking week? And his son, I mean, it feels weird that you would just be the glutton for this punishment, like Sasha Banks and never being able to defend her title.
It's obviously he stayed there just because to kind of help his son and help him navigate the waters of WWE.
Money. That's why he stayed.
Too. Money.
That's why he stayed.
Hey, Estrada is saying that match was bad. Did you think it was bad, Adam? As far as his first match,
I thought he moved very Ambrose-like in terms of his speed.
I'll give you that.
I thought some of his spots could have been like the old Shane McMahon and Big Show feud. It could have just had Shane over top going, which way did he go? Which way did he go? Because
I thought you were going to say Shane and Steve Blackman feud. I would have preferred that.
Nah, I mean, he didn't know. He was like looking for his next spot and making sure it was there. There were plenty of spots that just felt weird. Like, why are you over there? What are you doing? Like, I don't know. Soji says Dominic needs more training. And it looks like he was playing hopscotch when he set up the 619. That was one of the placement ones I was talking about.
Yeah.
He didn't know where to go to do it with his dad. Like, oh, which side are you on? Oh, I'm going this way. I didn't practice inverted, Dad. We're on live TV. This sucks.
Poison. I heard a little rumor that apparently his he will ultimately at some point get a mask, and his name will be Prince Mysterio once he gets his mask. I don't know where the fuck I read that, but I definitely saw it. This is the greatest mud report ever. It's out there.
There's
a lot of bullshit out there
too.
So
I apologize.
That just popped into my head. I'm sorry. I had to say it. I had to say it out loud because if it happens, you know where you heard it.
Speaking of if it happens, I said this to Rob while we were watching tonight, and then about 20 minutes later, he came up with the idea himself, which I thought was typical Rob. But Bayley and Sasha don't have an opponent for Payback. Oh, it's going to be Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
I don't know, man. I don't understand why
Might
they
as
just
well
fucking
predict
love
this
to
one,
throw
Brian.
people together.
You got a prediction for this one? Because this is on the list. Let's get some of this over with.
Who is it again? Fucking
Shayna and Nia against Bayley and Sasha. I think Sasha's losing the titles again, so she has no gold, and Bayley's still holding onto her strap. And I don't want to see Shayna and Nia as champs together, but
no.
They're doing the dysfunctional tag team. DP said.
I think it's
what it is.
It's got to be Sasha. There's no way. There's no way that they would put the titles on Nia and Shayna and just throw them together.
You're fucking wrong. That's what I'm predicting to happen. You okay? No. You go with your golden role models.
I will.
I'm gonna pick the winner.
I will.
Which is Shayna and Nia. Just because they've never done that with the women. So they're like, oh, we'll do this. They're setting up lots of tag teams throughout the women's division. Riot Squad, Anal and Natty.
Excuse you?
Oh, sorry. Lana and Natty.
Oh.
I get dyslexic with some names.
That's okay, man.
There is... that's what they're doing. The Iconics, Riot Squad. I think I already said them, but this is what's happening, Brian.
Fucking Iconics.
This is what's happening.
Riot Squad. You know?
Fuck you. All right. The other thing we had a lot of Hurt Business again in the underground, all over the place.
Yeah.
Apollo Crews punks out Lashley in the arm wrestling contest. At least it's Lashley fighting Apollo on Sunday and not MVP again, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And actually, I really didn't mind that whole shtick with Apollo stepping on his foot to kind of throw him off. I mean, obviously, like that's not a very babyface type of thing to do, but he's doing it to a heel. They're pieces of shit, right? They're the bad guys, so doing it to them, that's okay. That's a good thing. I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty good.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
I think Lashley takes the title off Apollo.
Ooh.
I think
still
Cedric and Ricochet might join them in the process.
You think who? Ricochet?
Cedric and Ricochet.
Both of them.
They
Holy
need
shit, that's
the Hurt Business needs a tag team.
Do you like their new T-shirts?
Nope.
Yeah, it's too shiny. Why is it so shiny?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's too flashy.
They should get it from markedoutgear.com.
Yeah, it should be like the All Out logo, just cocaine with a line through it.
Yeah, I don't get that, but
so
it kind of does look like that.
Lashley is your pick?
No, I'm going with Apollo. I think he's going to keep it.
Yeah, we're going free flowing tonight. We're just going to flow. Free flow.
Flippy.
Backtrack for a second since this is predictions. Keith Lee, Randy Orton.
Keith Lee, Randy Orton. Keith Lee. Keith Lee's going to win.
I just don't know that it ends.
Well, it didn't end tonight.
I think you're going to have the same result. But I'm going to pick Keith Lee because I'm hoping there.
Yeah.
All right.
Is he going to be wearing the shorts? Do you think they're going to be or do you think they're going to like change anything from what we saw tonight?
Well, he can't grow his facial hair back that quick.
True. Maybe he'll get his trunks back.
You can take a shirt off. I mean,
I hate this. I want to be so happy that he showed up, but fuck.
No, they seemingly put this man on a mountain a month ago. And this feels like No Way Jose territory.
Oh my God. Don't say that.
I'm not saying he's fighting Orton, so that's a good spot. I'm not shitting on the spot, but the repackage, not a good look.
Mm-mm.
Nobody's basking in his glory.
Basking in his glory.
And that Limitless shirt, you want to talk about some cool shirts? He had some cool shirts.
He did?
This is wrong.
Well, he could still be limitless. They could still promote him that way.
Do we want to talk about Underground while we're here?
I guess so. I guess we're there. Almost.
Lashley beat up Cedric. Cool.
Dolph Ziggler was there.
Yeah. Dolph Ziggler was there.
Also, did you notice
the Raiders were there? They got their ass kicked by the Hurt Business.
You notice that the whole background and everything kind of changed since they moved to the Thunderdome?
Oh, yeah. It's now well lit. They clearly have the back wall is clearly like a set. So who are you fooling?
I don't know. I honestly, actually, now that I think about it, I definitely prefer the way that it used to look. It looked a lot more gritty, at least. Like this way is
it looks like
so polished.
Brian, do you think someone got fired over this?
No.
The cleaning crew accidentally went down there.
No.
And got rid of all the cobweb. Yeah, no. Dwight when he hung the Halloween decorations, and then the cleaning crew.
No. I mean, I guess they moved the Underground from Full Sail to fucking Amway, aka Thunderdome.
So, but again, back to the Randy Keith Lee thing. Drew is not booked on Sunday. He is your champion. He's gonna come out.
Yeah,
it's just. I mean, it is what it is.
It's payback, so he's gonna get payback from tonight.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much to pay back.
Yeah, payback.
Yeah.
Payback. Yep.
Rounding out SummerSlam and our predictions, because there's only 4 matches here, is Braun Strowman versus the newly crowned champion Fiend in a no-holds-barred triple threat with Roman Reigns.
The big dog.
Hey, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Heel or face?
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
Oh, God. I knew you were going to say that.
DP, put earplugs, earmuffs.
All right. So he looked very strong. He looked very vascular tonight. I mean, yesterday. He also had a new T-shirt.
Yeah.
But I will say, I mean, he attacked both guys, but his whole presence and just the way that he was carrying himself, I'm going to say he was definitely flirting more on the heel side. I'm also crossing my fingers. I really want to see a different side of Roman Reigns.
So DP says anti-hero tweener, like Austin level, or like, man of the people, like Foley. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Austin was the epitome of anti-hero,
But okay, if Roman, let's play this game. If Roman is the heel, Braun seems to be the heel. At least he was booked that way in the Bray feud. And Fiend is the face. Or there's 3 heels.
And
well,
Austin, I mean, what you think because Braun sort of attacked Alexa?
I don't know. I don't watch Fridays.
No.
Austin had the arrive, raise hell, leave shirt. Roman's got the same thing, different words. I mean, and I hate to say this, but you want to make us miss somebody, you know. SmackDown's been missing Roman Reigns.
SmackDown has. I mean, hey, I'll fucking say it. I missed Roman Reigns. It's good to see him back on WWE TV. I mean, it feels like they've been missing. Oh, I don't know what they're missing. I mean, they have all the talent in the goddamn world, but for some reason they can't. I don't know. At least now we have something that, like, at least like a heel Roman Reigns.
They
that's
have Daniel
that's
Bryan and AJ Styles, and they don't know what to do.
Yeah, they fucking is Nakamura and Cesaro, are they still tag team champions?
Yep. But AJ lost to Jeff Hardy on the weekend.
Jeff Hardy.
In fact, this is a good segue here. You know, it's old from Friday, but let's check in with Dan on the SmackDown Minute.
Welcome, everyone. It is now time for the Friday night SmackDown Minute. I present to you your host, Dan O'Brien.
SmackDown Minute, this is Dan O'Brien from Memphis. Well, McMahon was there, introduced the fans to Thunderdome, and then all of a sudden Fiend showed up, so McMahon left the ring. Then Strowman came out, Fiend left, and then Retribution came out, beat down Strowman. There were 4 or 5 people in Retribution. Now there's 20. Don't understand. The whole locker room came out and fought with them, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. Big E still looking good this week. Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville this weekend switched from a hair versus hair to loser leaves WWE. Naomi challenged both Sasha and Bayley. Sasha won. Bayley didn't because of Asuka. Jeff Hardy beat AJ Styles for the IC Championship. Strowman invaded Funhouse, threw Wyatt off a loading dock. Wyatt had to leave in an ambulance. The ambulance didn't go all the way out of the arena. They backed up, and then all of a sudden, Fiend shows up out of the ambulance. Well, this has been your SmackDown Minute.
So Dan did a better job of saying ambulance this time.
Ambulance.
Ambulance. Yeah, I mean, so Jeff Hardy beat AJ Styles. We found out about the Mandy and whatever. So I feel like, you know, does that mean that Sonya just needed to take some time off because of what happened, and this is their kayfabe way to write it off?
Seems like it. And I also I read an interesting article saying that one of the reasons why that was changed kind of last minute, of course, because all this stuff happened, but also because if it were a hair versus hair match and say Sonya was the one that was supposed to lose, her showing up in the courts with like a shaved head would, I don't know, apparently not be that good of a look, I guess, even though she's completely
like, if that even
innocent
fucking matters.
Stuff. There's nothing like, what's that?
That there's no way that could fucking matter.
You don't think so?
If you are,
I mean, especially
if
in this
you are
case,
that much of the victim and dead to rights and have all this evidence, and I mean, you know, other people that support the claim and video, because she wasn't home alone, so there's other people who witnessed.
It was Mandy apparently. Apparently, Mandy was the one that was there.
So I mean, this is.
I'm just saying, man, that's the shit that's out there.
If the courts care what Sonya Deville looks like in this instance, then we have major issues beyond our already broken systems. That they would care what the victim looks like in this case.
Florida, man, anything can fucking happen in Florida.
Yeah. Soji says, "Don't give Roman the belt again. What if there's a COVID outbreak? I guarantee Roman will take off again." Here's the thing: I'm scratching my head. Why is he back? They've had 2 outbreaks in the past couple months. He left because his immune system or whatever. And, yeah, he's obviously done his homework while he was gone. He's swole as shit. Mm-hmm. But why is he back? Is something changed that we're now safe because we have video screen fans?
I mean, the only thing that I can think of is that there's a little bit more like room, like actual room in the Amway Center in the quote unquote Thunderdome. So maybe there's like more of a way to, you know, socially distance from everybody. But still, I mean, if he's going to be active, he's going to be running around in there. He's going to be mixing it up with people. So I really don't understand the logic either.
And DP says he's back because he was actually out getting dental work done and doing a slight bit of juice.
Nothing wrong with that, bro.
Yeah.
Well, be safe, but.
So that one, I'm okay with him coming back. What I'm not okay with is that he's thrust right into a triple threat match with Fiend and Roman and Braun. So it's Strowman and Roman, just to fuck with us announcers again for a while. Strowman, Roman, Bray, triple threat. Brian, no holds barred. Who's your winner?
I mean, I'm not picking Roman. I think it's gonna be Fiend. I really do. I think he's gonna. Yeah, I'm going with Fiend.
And this Fiend goes off with the title, and Braun and Roman continue their feud.
I guess.
You took my spot at Mania. Maybe. I mean, like it. I'm gonna go with Fiend too.
They're all heels.
I don't even know.
Right? Like, what? At least right now they are, or kind of.
So
or
we
Bray isn't, I guess. It's so weird.
Superman punch and a spear on Braun. Then
the big dog.
Then Bray or somebody takes Roman out, and Fiend, Sister Abigail win. Sure.
What if Roman actually takes the title? Like they just throw it right back onto him the minute he comes back.
Okay, you say that though, but let's be not revisionist history here. He was 9 months not even being in the title picture up until Mania. It was a long time, and then he got put there. So if you're course correcting because he was supposed to be in the title hunt back at Mania. And they probably had a year worth of storylines that they've been rewriting since then. It makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense to get back on track, to course correct here.
Oh, God. Yeah. As much as I don't like it, but it's most likely that's what's going to happen. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad but true.
DP on the board is saying Braun's going to eat the pin regardless.
Probably.
Yeah.
So what do we miss? Tozawa's new 24/7 champion. They had a fatal 4-way here. I'm kind of done with that. The bachelor chick or bachelorette chick was there again.
What is that?
I don't know.
Like, why is she all of a sudden? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. Lumberjill, pointless. Lashley, okay, I covered all that. Retribution, kind of pointless. WWE is a hot mess, the board is saying. So whether you realize it or not, that was Raw. That was SummerSlam. That was TakeOver 30, and the SmackDown Minute covered the other one. So, oh fuck, that was loud.
Hey, hot mic.
Hot mic. Sorry, everybody who just died in their car listening to this podcast. I have not been on the board since March.
On a Monday?
No, period, Brian.
No, but you have your fucking.
I host my show, yes, but this is I'm in full control. I'm not just a monkey, button monkey. I was gonna say monkey button, but that doesn't make sense.
No, monkey butt. Hey, you know what? I commend you, and even though you're doing a great job, I still miss Rob on the other end.
I'm doing a great job. You're a friggin' white screen.
Yeah, what the? That's true.
Let's just be real here.
Yeah, what the fuck happened with that? What'd you do?
I don't know. Here's something.
I think you have a window open or something.
I don't know. I do have a window open, but Rob's opened it like 6 times. It's just your little picture.
Yeah, but I think you have to move the window.
I think that means I hang up on you. So I'm afraid to do that because I don't know how to
get
that's
you back. All right. It's all right. I'm a white box today. That's okay.
Now you're a black box.
Really?
Looks like you're a black box now.
Oh, sweet. I'm the man in a black box.
I don't know what I'm doing. We forgot to talk about another heel turn. I think a heel turn.
Who?
And his move actually is a kick with his heels, so that makes sense too. But Aleister Black and Kevin Owens come out for a Forgotten Talent segment, and it ends with Aleister Black kicking Kevin Owens.
I dig it. It's something a little bit different. Aleister had and actually also, what's the fucking deal?
And didn't do anything.
I feel like I'm Seinfeld. What's the deal with everyone losing their eye? Like, why is it like a thing on WWE where people potentially lose eyeballs? I don't get it. But
well, the other thing is he lost the eye and he's wearing the weird Game of Thrones like bandage across it.
Right. Like I do like that Aleister Black is going this seemingly a heel path. Because he's just kind of been floating around, not really doing much, especially since Heyman got canned a couple months ago. He was one of his guys, and I'm glad at least that they're using him. And with KO, that's going to be a fucking awesome match.
It is, but here's my fear. This could be a feud. Instead, he kicks him tonight, and they're going to add this to Payback.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But at least, hey, at this point, I'm just saying I'm just glad to see them both on the card. And if they're going one-on-one against each other, even better. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, are you going to try to not to throw a wrench in there, but are you going to try to get into the Thunderdome? Do you want to be on camera?
Thanks a lot, Bob.
No.
Oh, sorry. What were you going to say?
No. Let's talk about the Thunderdome now. This is where I want to kind of put a little bow on this. So, yeah. I do kind of like the concept, and I have to admit it looks cool as shit. But when you're doing this type of format and you have to be live and stuff, number one, I don't believe that that's the crowd. I see people screaming when there's clearly no volume. Rob asked if everybody's getting their own point of view. No, because people would just be looking at the corner, and some of them are below the barricades so that the sky shots show them. I think it looks cool as hell. I think since we've had appearances by Chris Benoit, we've had people hold up Fire Velveteen Dream signs. What were some of the other ones, Brian?
Well, I know there's a Cult of Cornette member that's trying to get on there, and he said that he's going to do unsavory things on screen, potentially. Who knows if it's true? I'm sure
somebody else has.
What's that?
I'm sure somebody else has. I'm sure we've missed some drug use. I'm sure we've missed some fellatio or something.
Fellatio? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the PC terms. I'm sure we've missed something beyond just the signs that we've seen. And if you think about it, Brian, like it would be hard probably at an arena for someone to sneak in a Fire Velveteen Dream sign. But I could just hold it up right here. Oh, look at me.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be like, I don't know. Did you actually look at the all the like the legal stuff, the legal speak when you like try to submit your application and stuff?
No,
have you seen any of that yet?
No.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you have to abide by and everything. So for the people that are doing
you have to abide by. What are they going to do?
What are they going to do? I don't know. They're going to send the fucking cyber police after you and fucking, I don't know.
For me to exercise my freedom of speech and hold up a sign?
Vince will ban you from the network.
Cool.
You're not going to watch it.
Cool. I'll go watch it on Peacock.
Right. Where's maybe it's Lars Sullivan. Maybe
you realize it's now on Peacock, so I'll just watch it on Peacock. They advertised WWE tonight, putting a bunch of shit on Peacock, and Peacock's free.
What are they going to put on there?
Well, I mean, USA
Velocity
is owned by NBC. NBC owns Peacock. They've got a working relationship already. They're probably going to put some of their best of shit on there.
Yeah, WWF Jacked from 1999.
They're going to bring back Heat or Velocity. just
Shotgun Saturday.
Yeah, Shotgun
Saturday. Actually, no, you know what? I heard they're bringing back Saturday Night.
I heard
Saturday Night Main Event.
I heard they might get a belt for the Underground.
No way.
If they repackage the 24/7 that way, great. But I mean, what are you going to do? Just change the belt for the entire last hour of Raw over and over again?
No, but you know what? What you just said, I think that's a great idea. Fucking scrap the 24/7, tweak it, let it evolve. I mean, it obviously didn't work. It was kind of it was cheesy. It still is. At least this way they can like make it into something. Chicken soup out of chicken shit.
So do you remember we kind of had this discussion when they had the PC performers in the audience, and I jokingly said that there was probably an applause or boo light up in the rafters for them to see. Soji's saying one guy on social media tweeted he was on Thunderdome and he was actually getting alerts on how to react during the matches, whether to scream or boo. Listen, Vince, if you want to pay me revenue and then tell me to scream or boo, and you can pay me, I don't know, $10G a year just to watch your product and scream or boo, go for it.
They've got Saudi money.
If I'm just watching and you're telling me what to do without paying me, I'm not an employee. I don't care what I've signed with you. I don't care if you ban me from your product. You got no control over me, buddy. Most of us sign away our rights, our physical, our liberties to corporations because of employment, and we have to give to their standards. We don't owe you anything like that. So I don't know where the threat of all this, Brian, or anything there. Most of this is harmless anyway. Some of it's going to be comedic, but you're going to see more and more trolls out there. What does he expect? We're all a bunch of marks.
Right. And the one thing that you actually mentioned it, that the whole piping in of the fucking crowd noise, it's constant. And like, it's better than actually, you know what? At this point, I think I prefer it be quiet like it was at first. Maybe have all the screens, but like lessen the fucking the cheers and the boos. Like I don't know. It's something you have to get used to, I guess. Maybe I'm just not there yet.
Yeah, WWE won't let Stike participate because he said I trashed them on Twitter too much.
What?
Yeah.
So they have people doing like fucking background checks and social media.
What's your handles? I want to see everything.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's the shit, like I said, you give away sometimes to an employer. Let's just be real. You have to sometimes give that stuff away to an employer. You can't go on a website and be like, I fucking hate my job, and then think you're not going to get fired in 3 days. You know, so that's fine. Okay, no big deal. DP says they took an autism awareness sign from him at SmackDown taping. Dude, they have not said shit about COVID, and then they put a documentary out about it and how it messed up their WrestleMania. They put a whole big thing on it on the network last night after SummerSlam. I don't know if you saw that, Brian.
I did not. No. Mm-mm.
I watched about 15 minutes of it. It felt very Trumpy.
I heard the Sasha and Bailey 24 was pretty good.
Okay.
Or 365, whatever the fuck it's called. Whatever it's called.
They'll change next week anyway.
7 days a week.
AEW's got fans. WWE's got the Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
I hate to say this, but nobody in the audience of the Thunderdome infected anyone else in the audience of the Thunderdome. That is a guarantee. I hate to say it. We cannot guarantee that at Daly's place. You can't say that for certain, Brian. Somebody touched a door handle.
Well, I mean, they haven't had an outbreak yet. They haven't come forward and said anything like that.
And I'm not wishing one on them. But this is like the whole bullshit that we used to get taught, back in grade school. How do you avoid an STD? Abstinence. Okay, well, WWE has found a form of abstinence.
Butt sex.
If you will. Yeah, where AEW is using the anal loophole, if you want to bring that up, Brian.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, that's a good how do you say it? Analogy. Analogy. That's right.
Wow. Clever wordplay.
Yeah. But I think what did they say? I think it's going to be like 10% capacity for AEW, and they're going to have temperature checks. And to be honest,
I'm not arguing.
To me, that's still very dicey.
I think, yeah, exactly. It's not 100%. You will, if you never have sex, you are guaranteed to never have syphilis. If you don't wrap it once, twice, whatever, you're still running the risk. I mean, put it in any terms you want. It's like drinking and driving. You should never put those things together. It's too big of a risk. Yeah. So why do it?
If you don't even
10-15% capacity.
15%. Okay.
And Khan is mad about scalpers. Of course. Some people just want to get the fuck out of the house and will pay anything for it right now. And so many people are just wanting money that OnlyFans and all this other stuff is blowing up because people have no way to earn income.
So here's the deal, though, that what they're doing also that we didn't mention is they're selling all the tickets. Like, you have to be with, I think it's in groups of 4s, and they're selling them in like almost pods. So like you can't. The thing with the scalpers was that they were trying to buy tickets in like 1s and 2s and split people into the pods, and you can't do that because then
so you and me
like
could walk in and we're with 2 strangers instead of Rob and Kiera.
Exactly. So that's the problem they're having right now.
I get that, and exactly, if there is a way to fuck the system, somebody's going to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it is what it is. And I say that because I don't know if many people know this, but anti-piracy with the record industry was a big deal. Everybody knows Napster and all that. So everybody, when there was blank CDs coming out and people could rip it and stuff like that, the Sony, all the record labels banded together and spent, I think it was close to $1 billion on a technology that would be able to copy, anti-piracy laws and all that. It'll just circumvent it because you couldn't get the data off of the disc. You know what happened, Brian? If you took a Sharpie and just drew over that first line there, you could get past it. It was like Scotch tape on a VHS.
Right.
That's how quickly you could get past that. And they spent $1 billion. What do you think's going to happen? What would you think is going to happen with this? Of course, people are going to break up pods. Of course, there's going to be some malfeasance with people charging too much. Even if it's for all four, somebody's profiting by selling the whole pod to somebody else.
Right.
And somebody wants to dump 2 tickets off. Who knows? My point, though, goes back to Thunderdome is infecting no fans.
Can't argue that.
Everybody that is in that building is paid.
Well, I mean, they could be infecting each other, though, right? I mean, I guess AEW could be too. Why are you huffing and puffing?
You're being your
I'm not
biased
defending
Wednesday self.
No, I'm not. I'm just thinking of all the possibilities. Excuse me.
Excuse you.
Yeah.
I think it's time to close this down.
Are we doing awards?
There are awards?
I don't know.
What do you want to vote on? Okay, moment of the weekend. Marked out. We'll make awards up on the fly here.
Sure, there you go.
Marked out moment of the weekend. We'll start there. What made you mark out anything from this weekend till now? Brian, you wanted the awards. You get to kick it off.
All right, I'm going to sing my award, and I think you'll know it. Here we go. Roman
Reigns, the guy with the wettest hair.
You know, SmackDown got canceled right when he got there, so
that's true. But hey, you know what? It is good to have the big dog back on SmackDown.
I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Bob.
That's a
Good one. Oh, that's terrific, Peter.
That's appropriate.
yeah, I shit on him, but I agree. It's a good thing that he's back.
Yeah.
Way to make us, think through. If they followed through the hacker gimmick, they could have hijacked the screens. DP says, yeah. I don't know what they're doing. Some of these gimmicks are just falling by the wayside. I know the hacker was a big Heyman thing, but you're just gonna forget about it,
right? He just went away.
Stike says marked out. McAfee's flipped from the top rope and landing on his feet and jumped up in one fluid motion. Okay. My marked out is the Fire Velveteen Dream guy out in the crowd. Get it. Screw Vince in this new Thunderdome because people can put up whatever they want. I'm glad that was put up. I think it's a little tasteless on the Chris Benoit, but I could see how my 25-year-old self would have laughed my ass off seeing that. So it is. It's what it is. But now McAfee's got a good data entry job. That's what. Oh no, Daniel Price is talking about the hacker. He got a good data entry job now. Huh.
Potentially, maybe.
And DP also wants to cite Triple H shot his mouth out more about the Velveteen Dream situation. Brian, what did you hate? I'm not naming these awards. What did you hate of the weekend?
What did I hate of the weekend?
Yes, what was your most hated? There's a lot, so this might be tough, but what did you hate the most?
You know what?
The sour taste in your mouth.
Excuse me?
What left that taste?
I hated the pre-show match for NXT. It's like, why are you going to throw all your fucking hottest tag teams on the pre-show?
That's what I fucking hated. I despise that. Bridam Brawlers.
Yeah, Joaquin Wilde, Raul Mendoza, Legado del Fantasma, Breezango, Danny Burch, Oni Lorcan. I'm just gonna keep naming names. I mean, come on, really, those guys are talented. They deserve to be on the fucking card. And instead, we get to see Pat McAfee and Adam Cole. Although it was a fun match, I would much rather see the talent that's there, not McAfee. I'm sorry.
I'm just happy. No, I'm not. This is hate. Keith Lee, man.
Yeah.
You have put 3 layers of shit on this man. He didn't hold the belt for but a month. You've pulled him up for a lackluster debut in a... I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. It looks like something you'd wear to a pool or wear to a swingers party. It's not something that you should come out and wrestle with. The man is a big man. He's been showing off no shirt for months and months and months, his entire NXT run. And that beard made him look a little tough. No more baby boy face, you know. But what do? You make him shave. You put him in a fucking horrible outfit. I mean, I hate the comparison, but this outfit felt like Viscera's tracksuits a little bit. The gold ones and whatever. I don't know. I'm beside myself with this because last year at Survivor Series, Keith Lee is red fucking hot. And they stalled it out a little bit with the North American, but he had a good long run there, Brian.
He absolutely did. And, you know, he kind of, he was he was double champ for just a minute. And what do you go? You change everything that you've been building up for the past, year plus?
On the board, my dad runs a swinger business, Adam. No one is wearing that at parties. Trust me. Okay.
Really?
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this message.
Yeah, definitely.
Roddy knows. Roddy knows. Hate. Let's see what else is hate on the board. Soji says, hate that Roman came back too soon just so Vince can get back ratings for SmackDown. And he hated Lee's Raw repackaged look. Now, somebody said this on the board earlier. I think it was Perfect 11. I'm always quoting people wrong, so I'm sorry if it wasn't. But they said that Roman came back because he needs the money to provide for his twins. As a father of 2 right now that's been essential personnel since this started, I am stuck in a fucking quandary of I have to go to work to provide for my family, but by going to work, I am putting myself at risk. And if something should happen to me and up to death, then I can't provide for them at all. So I'm in a fucking loop of conundrum. Roman Reigns is not in that loop. I don't care that he has twins. He can afford to sit at home. There's something else reason why he is back. And if they threw piles of money at him and that caused him to back off of his stance, shame on him. If this is his decision and he wanted to come back a month ago or whatever, and they're like, okay, let's just wait. We're going to pick our moment. And you'll never see it coming. We'll never see it coming because this man got all of our respect by stepping out of the limelight for his own safety with an autoimmune issue. Same with Sami. I got a lot of respect for Sami Zayn doing the same. He says he'll be back when there's a vaccine.
I feel like Sami had a little bit more, chip on his shoulder than Roman does. Sami, I feel like, doesn't want to be there.
Well, but Sami was the IC champ. If he didn't want to be there, then that was even something weirder, and he just took his get out of jail card.
Right.
But they've had multiple outbreaks, Brian, since COVID began and was in the PC, and they were doing it in this way. Multiple outbreaks.
Maybe they know something that we don't.
There.
I don't know. Maybe they have that fucking miracle drug that the pillow guy is selling to fucking idiot. And then he's giving it to fucking Vince. And then Vince is giving it to fucking Roman.
NBA quarantine. Everybody who touches Roman, his refs and everything, goes and stays at his house. So,
I don't know, man. It is confusing, but still, it is good to see the big dog back in WWE.
Daniel Price pointing out they had Flair's wife had it, and he was still walking around. I mean, this just feels foolish. And if you truly have, which I believe you do, Roman, an autoimmune deficiency, you shouldn't be out in this shit. You're 100% more at risk than most of us. Why are you there? Because of TV screens or because of TV ratings?
I don't know, but hey, we still have to pray. We have to praise them, right? At least he's on the main roster, right? That's what we wanted. What?
Who do we have to praise? We don't have to praise anybody.
At WWE.
So going into Sunday, Asuka's got no opponent for her belt. Drew's got no opponent for his belt. Hardy, Cesaro, Street Profits, no opponents for their belt. I believe they'll probably throw KO and Aleister Black in because, fuck, why not? This feud just started. Let's give them what they want with no build. I think we'll probably get some shenanigans added from maybe Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles have a rematch. I don't know.
Probably.
But this back-to-back pay-per-views I'm torn on here, Brian, because if we had 3 to 5 weeks to build, I don't think it would make me give a fuck more than 1 week of build.
You're right. And it is very curious why they set the schedule that way. It's not like SummerSlam got pushed back or anything because of COVID. I think it's still the same day that they had it months ago. Why would you do this the week after? I don't understand.
Yeah, this whole thing is perplexing. I think they thought they were going to get live shows here, and they wanted to do 2 pay-per-views, and then realized they couldn't. And that's where Thunderdome came. That's what I think. Thunderdome. That's what I think. Anyway, a lot of stuff happened. We're going to come back at you on Wednesday. Probably just me and Brian again.
Yep.
As I said before, Rob's going to take a little momentary leave. He will be back. We'll have him there, and I mean, we see him. He's hanging out with us. He's just not in a podcast mood, and we all understand that. And he needs to do what's best for him and his family right now. So Brian and I will be back Wednesday. It'll be very hard, me one unbiased, but I will try to do my best. We aren't getting a Dynamite episode, so
Thursday we are.
Yeah, but that's not we do Wednesday.
We could watch All Out Part 2. They're going to be airing that on their YouTube channel at 8:00.
Oh, so we can just have confused fans like Vice, who pretends to be an AEW mark but didn't know what that was last week.
Exactly.
Calling you out, Vice. Anyway, we are going to cover NXT. Ciampa's going to be returned. I'm sure they're going to do some fucking tournament bullshit or whatever with Cross's separated shoulder. I don't know what their plan is there, or he drops the title right to Ciampa. I mean, I don't know. I think Lee being gone, everything is bad. It's terrible. And we're not going to get to find out who won Wednesday because it's going to be the NBA versus NXT. So, but Ryan and I will have fun.
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to watching a Keith Lee-less NXT, which it's a weird thing to say, but it's always also exciting when NXT goes into a new direction like this.
Board is chanting for Medine to fill
Medine.
Oh, shit. He was maybe before COVID. I think he's most likely not now. Most likely not Medine is what we're going to call him. Anyway, let's wrap this down. For the black screen Brian, for the Rody the Dragon Steamboat, my name is Adam Baum. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 560 is what this was. Damn. 560.
Moving on up.
Yeah, that's a lot. Wash your hands. Stay safe. Keep your masks on. This isn't over. Vote in November. I don't remember all of our other bullshit we've been throwing on here. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We will be back, like I said, on Wednesday. So tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
Please listen to my voice. Take it from the wise old Jew.
Peace.
Bye.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by U-Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.
You're welcome.